Yesterday we were way over that as the market really kind of took off to the downside. A little bit of a recovery rally here. What it wants to do. Our first resistance on the upside here is at 43. We did have CPI come out this morning. Created a little bit of a push here to the upside. And pivot is 38. Resistance at 43, 53, 62, 73, 81. As we come up here to the 43 area. Downside support at 35, 25, 16, 05, 67, 95, and 86. Coming up here to the 83 area now. Again, make sure you keep your stops in place. I don't love any trade we put on, especially we always talk about the volatility in the first couple bars in the morning. As we are extending here a little bit. Taking here a touch. Give you a chance to get out of some here if you don't like the price action. So continue to rally, looking at the 53 area next. You can keep your stops in place. We're always going to have other opportunities. Let's see here, CPI number came out this morning. Okay, rose 2.7%. Softer than expected. That's why the numbers. That's why we popped up here a little bit. We do have leading indicators coming out here at 9 o'clock. These are expecting up 0.3 to 3.1, so it came out 2.7, so a little bit obviously better than expected here. And yeah, obviously inflation is a key factor to interest rates. Market likes that. Bonds rallied, S&Ps rallied, everybody's happy. Market kind of recovers after yesterday's big sell-off there. At 9 o'clock, we do have leading indicators coming out here, so be a little bit of a market mover. Now we're just kind of hanging up here. They got up to 50 and a change, and we had 53. We still have 53. Right, let's see where we want to go from here. Support right now would be around the well, depending on how aggressive you want it to be, around the 34 area. Right, coming off here, they got up to 50, came off here a little bit. Turning over here a little, we have 53, got up to 50 there, bounced off. Coming back all the way back down here. A little support around 30. There's a pivot here. So if we can do pivot, maybe a little better support around 34, but you do both. It's probably doable. We're going to buy them here and this rotation off. Again, probably one of our price action trades there, coming back to rotation after at higher low to our pivot. Usually a little bit of a bounce. And getting that right in here right now. So always looking for reasons to trade. That was reason to trade, mentioned it. But maybe, again, we were going to have to have better support at 34, but we're going to have to do both 34 and 38. And 38 worked, and now coming back down here. See our blue band's coming in there at 25. That's our first support level on the downside. All right, slowly drifting back down here a little bit. Kind of hanging around their pivot, so kind of neutral right now. You get a little bit choppy here. All right, we're drifting down. We send a little support here at the 34 area if you're a little aggressive. Otherwise, wait for the 25 on the downside. Downside 24, 25 is our first support, plus also our blue band. So a little area there. I'll take this price action play here, which again, not everybody has to. Everybody has different risk tolerances. You have to understand yours and trade it accordingly. We did bounce off of our pivot there, so this one's not. This one's kind of running through a little bit. Oh, they kind of sold it off. I mean, rallied and then now come selling it off really quick. So 25 years, our first support. That's again, we have a couple lined up reasons there. Blue band as well. And to get down to 30. Chop, chop here. Be patient. Rotating down there, a little support like I said down at the 25 area. Trying to anyway. Yeah, so all of a sudden we got some pressure on the market, a little support right in here, but we got some right underneath. So we can't get down to that 26, 25 area. Trying. Okay. Let's try to get down here. Again, just be patient. Okay. Down here. To 26 area. Pop it right back up here. A little bit of a nibble there if you are a little aggressive. You have to have your order in there, obviously, because it just popped down, pop back up. And that's our first entry point against the 25. Now it continues. Most. No, no. Nice to get us to 25 there. And down to 5.5. Hopefully we're able to jump in there at 26. The green band, a blue band was coming up as well, so maybe we adjusted there just a little bit. And that was our first entry point anyway against our 25. I like to scale in around there. I'm scaling in at 26, 25, and 24. So I got my 26s. I'm going to get that 25 as well, and then it pop back up. So still on the same bar, being a little bit careful though. It's obviously not as strong as we would like to get it at initial rotation and then that pop. So a little riskier this time around. Maybe trade it at smaller, not trade it at all, depending on your risk tolerance. Maybe adjust down to 24 a little bit. All those things are different options that you have. We'll keep it in. All those, again, those are all options that you have as a trader. And now we're here at the 25. So keep your stops in place, right? I don't have any trade with on. If you've made money on the trade and you're happy with the 26s, you don't have to do anything else. Or you can just take a little bit here off of the 25 just to add to your amount here. But all right, good. We got our couple points there. Didn't take any heat on that. A little bit much. Didn't get the 24s though. That's the one I wanted to get, but I didn't get those. All right. Well, nice little pop here. Did hold the 25 perfectly there. Gonna make up for that first upside level there, 43. But it's all right. Made a little bit of money on this. If you traded the pivot, got it all right there. 34 didn't hold too well. All right, nice little trade there if you did jump in against our first support level. 25. I'll repeat the levels again. Our pivot this morning is 38. Support 25, 16, 05, 67, 95, and 86. And upside, we had resistance at 43, which kind of ran us over. 53, got up to 50 there, as you can see. And 62, 73, and 81. Those are our levels for this morning. Trade around them. The 25 held very nicely there. And coming back into just a little bit of a range. And we did pop up here because of the CPI number. They were expecting, I think, 2.7. It came out at it came out at 2.7. They was expecting it at 3.0 or something. So it's a nice little trade there if you did jump in. There are the levels in the chat. So number here at 9 o'clock, we'll deal with that. See what else happens. We got leading indicators coming out. Nice rotation back up here. A little resistance right in this area against the pivot area as well, if you're very aggressive. All right, so they were expecting 3.1, 3.0 on the consumer by the inflation number. Came out at 2.7. All right there, Philip. Good job. Market under a little bit of it continues to be under a little bit of pressure here. We shall see where it wants to go. But so the CPI number came out better. And then we had that rally there in the bonds and the S&Ps, but now we're doing a little bit of it back. We'll see if this holds area, this area holds here at 25 or not. We'll continue to downtick here a little bit. The support level we have. It's now at 16 area. Okay. We need an downtick here. Again, little resistance around 35 if you're a little aggressive. Got up there, mentioned it. And those are price action plays. Those that to the average that we come up with when we say we have 4 or 5 trades a day. And we also focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. Feel the dynamics work well for the volatility that's in the market at that period of time. And the rest of the day could have some volatility, but it's also thin, less traders. Volume's a little different. So, for what we're trying to do, kind of work the morning hours, keep us with our levels and with our methodology. Okay, coming back up here, we got down to 20 or 20 and change, and came back up.
The next week, you're going to be off next week, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So tomorrow's going to be your last day till when, the 2nd?
right.
Okay.
The second, yeah,
January.
The day after, yeah, January 2nd. After,
Okay.
yeah, it's going to be very slow next week.
Well,
Pretty
no,
sure.
you'll be back to no. Are you coming back to 29th?
So I'm not going anywhere. I'm just
No, I mean like Monday the 29th, you'll be back in the room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did talk about that. We talked about Monday and Tuesday. Right.
Yeah.
We'll be back Monday and Tuesday. Maybe
Okay.
Monday. We'll see how Tuesday goes. See how busy we are on Monday.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, we'll be back on the 29th. Is that Monday?
Yes, 29th? That's Monday. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Right. So we'll get back on a Monday and see how busy we are. If not, then see what happens there. So obviously, New Year's Eve and New Year's, we're not going to do anything. So
yeah, okay. I'm not going to be here tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and for you and Brad a Merry Christmas.
You too, my friend. Have a happy holidays. Hopefully, you get all your presents and a lot of health.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And Merry Christmas to you and everyone else.
Yep. I hope the weather is nice for you down there. Better than here. We're getting rain today and then freezing.
Well, it's going to be rain, but I don't think we're going to get back to freezing. Now, we had been down we got down to 29 one morning during that cold swell. Y'all, I know y'all were getting hammered out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be in the 40s today. Going to get down to 17.
17.
17. 20s tomorrow, and then back to the 30s or 40s on Saturday. I mean, it's just crazy back and forth.
My relative in Green Bay, she said, it's going to be a high of -1 today. I'm going, yeah, I am not coming. It's too cold.
Yeah, it's a show up in springtime. Much better.
Yeah.
So I tell anybody who wants to come to Chicago in January. I mean, this year is very early for our weather to be this cold, actually. Very early. It's an aberration, I think. Usually not so cold this early in the season. Usually this cold below zero stuff comes in January and February. This year, very early. All right, all the way back up here to our pivot area. After going down to 20 and change there, we would like it to go down to 16, but did not get there. And now coming back up here, top end of this range. Very, very choppy. So that's why we had nothing going on. And once we got down there, we didn't have any positions on. Once we started breaking, got down to 20 and change, but we were not short. We weren't long. We just waiting to get long there at 16, and then we keep ourselves out of this big rally here that they popped up off of the 20 area. Now we're just going to hang in here on the top end of this range. We're just kind of hanging up here at the top end of this range. Well, we're not gonna. We already kind of ran through the 43, so we're not gonna test that again. Probably looking at the 53 above. That'll be if we go back up there. All right, continue to slowly rotate back up here to these interim highs. Again, we're looking at the 53 area above.